Game 6, let's get it on. San Antonio up 3-2, but Miami at home for Game 6. Tim Duncan looking for a fifth NBA title. You see LeBron James in elimination games, 31.5 points per game, best in NBA history. Early in the game, Boris Diaw guarding James. Diaw forces him to kick it to Ray Allen, and then Diaw contests the Allen jumper. James with a rebound and the miss, and Diaw with the block. James just 9 points on 3 for 9 shooting in the first half. Later, watch with the SportsCenter scope. James doesn't hustle back on defense. And Kawhi Leonard hustles down court and gets it back. Kawhi not. Up and over Mike Miller. Leonard not called for the offensive foul. He put the facial on Miller in more ways than one. 22 points for Leonard. He hit some big shots. Now, Danny Green, more threes in the single NBA Finals than anyone in history. We check it out with the ESPN Access. Shane Battier watching Tony Parker instead of Green. And this is what happens when you don't watch Danny Green. He runs baseline, and he's wide open in the corner for the three ball. Bang, 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 but his damage limited. 1 for 5 on threes for Green in this game. Tim Duncan and Chris Bosh, critical matchup. Duncan, the story of the first half, the jump hook goals. He started 8 for 8, posting up on Bosh there. And then Duncan beats Bosh down the lane. He had 25 points on 11 for 13 shooting in the first half. Spurs closed the half on a 17-4 run, and 37's the new 27. Third quarter, James continues to struggle. His pass stolen by Leonard. Leonard going the other way. Bucket and the foul. Spurs up 9 after the free throw, and it started to look like they were going to take control of this game for good. They were up 13 at one point. With the SportsCenter scope, once again, Diaw forces James to miss. James wants a foul, doesn't hustle back. Parker drives and gets that little floater to go. Spurs, their fans back at the AT&T Center going nuts. Here's Eric Spoelstra now on what the Heat need to do to hold on.
Down here, we have to be poised, not frantic, okay? Trust each other, execute.
All right, so the Heat down 10 to start the fourth. They're down 6 here. Chalmers to James, big finish. 9 minutes to play. Chalmers drives and misses, but James, he just took over in the fourth quarter, even without his headband. Lost the headband, but didn't lose his composure. 8 minutes to play. James working on Leonard in the post. And the Heat down 3. More from their coach.
Keep grinding, okay? This whole game series is about runs, okay? It's about runs. Stay with it. Keep grinding.
This game was about everything. Big shots, lead changes, turnabouts, Green to Duncan, but James with the block on Duncan down low. Duncan had just 5 points after halftime. Great defense by James there. Ensuing Heat possession. James up and under on Duncan, and he got it. No jumpers for James. Rarely in the second half. He ties the game at 82. Under 5 minutes to play. Heat by 1. James going to the rack again, and the Heat up 3. Minute and a half to play. Spurs down 3. They need something. Tony Parker, step back. 89 apiece. Next Spurs possession. Parker spinning and winning.
C'est magnifique.
He had 19 points, but he shot just 6 for 23. Spurs up 2. Under a minute to play. James, he throws it away. Heat forced a foul Manu Ginobili. Ginobili made them both. Spurs with a 4-point lead. Ensuing possession for Miami. James trying to go inside to Chris Bosh, but that pass to no one in particular. It's stolen. Ginobili fouled. Another bad turnover. Ginobili made 1. Spurs down 5. Under 30 seconds to go. Wild sequence here. James, no, sir. The rebound bounces out to Mike Miller. He gets it to James, and guess what he did with it? And the Heat down just 2. Kawhi Leonard got fouled. He would go to the line for 2 shots. Leonard 63.4% this postseason. First one, clank, clank. His second shot, Leonard able to nail it, but still a 3-point game. Could have been a 4-point game if he nails them both. Ensuing Heat possession, James gets a look at a long 3, virtually the same spot, no good. But look who winds up with it. And look what he does with it. It's Ray Allen. No points before the fourth quarter. Greg Popovich wants to make sure it was a 3. They looked at it, and as you can see, all 10 piggies behind the line, and the game is tied at 95. Final seconds of regulation. Final chance for San Antonio. Parker No. So overtime, Miami down by 13 in the second half, down by 10 to start the fourth. They got new life in 5 minutes to try to put it away. In overtime, Heat down 3. Allen, 9 points in the fourth and overtime combined, and the Heat down 1. Under 2 minutes to go, still a 1-point game. James to Wade, back to James. The Heat by 1. 47 seconds to play. James says, give me that. Pushes it in transition. He loses it out of bounds, wants the foul call, but he's not going to get it. They had to take a look at it, and so we will too. Green with a good defense, no foul call. It's out off James. Officials reviewed it, gave the ball to the Spurs. Correct call. 37 seconds to go. Parker, great play by Chris Bosh to get a piece of that. He recovered on the pick and roll, got back, got the block. Heat ball, under 20 seconds to play, still a 1-point game. Dwayne Wade, no sir. Leonard with the rebound. Ginobili brings it across midcourt, and Ginobili's going to try to get to the basket. Lots of contact, but no foul call. Ginobili with a turnover, 1 of 8 in the game for him. Ginobili driving on Allen. Lots of contact there, no call. Heat made 2 free throws to go up 3 with 1.9 seconds to go. Chris Bosh talked about Danny Green's three-point shooting before the game. They were keeping an eye on him.
Well, I mean, he has a knack for shooting, but he won't be open tonight. So, we'll see how he shoots with somebody always on him.
So Tim Duncan's inbounding the ball. They get it to Green, but Bosh ends up guarding the shooter, and that's all ball. Take a couple more looks at it. Bosh gets out to the three-point line to block that shot. The Heat win it 103-100, and they force a Game 7. What a game. Instant classic.
Stan Verrett, professional highlight reader, everybody.
Thank you, sir.